This is the expressions review. So I'm going to go over the problems. So I'm going to start with number 2. So remember when you are trying to simplify expressions, you need to combine like terms. Okay? So like terms would be, let's say, x, negative 3x, 1/4 x, anything that has to do with x. That is like, those are all like terms. Okay? 5, -2, 7, -1/2. These are all like terms. These two are not like terms. You cannot combine those. Okay? So like terms can always be combined. Another different like term would be like, if we're talking y, right? So 1/2 y, -3y. These are all like terms because they're all y's. And then one other one would be, let's talk x squared. 1/3 x squared, -7x squared. These are all like terms, okay? The x's and the squares are not the same, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and combine like terms. So we're going to combine like terms. So I'm going to underline the same colors. So I see 3x, and is there any more x's? Yes, so I see a minus x. So I'm going to put my x's together. So I have 3x minus x, and then I have plus 7 and minus 2. So 3x minus 7 is 2x. Now I'm going to combine my 7 minus 2, which is plus 5. So my answer is 2x plus 5. I cannot combine 2x plus 5 because I have a variable and constants, and they cannot be combined. All right, my next one is -5m. Do I have any more m's? Yes, I have a -2n. And we're going to combine, so whatever operation is before the term, it goes with it. So I'm going to consider this, instead of subtracting 2m, I'm going to consider it as -2m. So I have a -5m minus 2m. I'm going to put those together. And then I have a -3 and a -4. So I'm put -3 and -4. So a -5m minus 2m. Since my signs are the same, I'm going to add them. So I have 5 plus 2, which is 7. So I have 7m. But they are negative, so it's going to be -7m. And then I have -3 minus 4. So again, my signs are the same, so I'm going to add them together. So -3 plus -4 is -7. So I'm going to have -7m minus 7. And those are my, that's my final answer. Let's go on to the next one, number 4. So I'm going to look for all my common, my like terms. So I have 5w. Is there any more w's? Yes, I see this -3w, and I don't see any more w's. So I'm going to go ahead and write them over here. So 5w minus 3w. Let's go positive 7y. Is there any more y's? Yes, I have -8y. So I'm going to put plus 7y minus 8y. Okay. And then I'm going to look for my constants. So I have a -4 and a positive 9. So -4 plus 9. So I'm going to go ahead and combine my w's. So I have 5w minus 3w. So my signs are different. I'm going to subtract. So I have 2w. And there was more positives, so it's going to be a positive 2w. Next, I have 7y minus 8y. So I have opposite signs, so I'm going to subtract. So 8 minus 7 is 1y. And then I have more negatives. So I have -y. Next, I have a -4 plus a positive 9. So my signs are different. I'm going to subtract. So 9 minus 4 is 5. There's more positives. I have 9 positives, so it's going to be plus 5. So that is my final answer, which is 2w minus y plus 5. So number 5, we need to simplify. So we have to distribute the 6 to each one. So I'm going to do 6 times 2x. And then I have to do 6 times a negative 5. So I'm going to put plus 6 times a negative 5. And then I have to do 6 times a positive 2y. So let's go ahead and simplify these. So 6 times 2y is 12x. 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. And 6 times 2y is a positive 12y. So I put a plus. And can I combine any of these terms? No, I cannot. So that's my final answer. You can actually rewrite it as 12x plus 12y minus 30. That's an also acceptable answer. It's actually better to write your variables first and then your constants. Okay, so let's go to number 6. We need to simplify. This is our last one. So I'm going to distribute. So I have the 4 times the 2k. So 4 times 2k. And then I have to do the 4 times the negative 3w. And then I'm going to write everything else the same. So I have plus 5w minus 3k plus 8. So let's go ahead and solve. So 4 times 2k, I have 4 groups of 2k. That would tell me that's 8k. And then I have 4 groups of negative 3w, so that would be negative 12w. And then I'm going to write everything else the same. Now I'm going to look for like terms. So I have 8k. Is there any more k's? Yes, there's k's right here. Don't forget the operation in between. So I have 8k and minus 3k. Is there any more k's? No. So now I have 12w. Is there any more w's? I have 5 w's. Any more? All right, so negative 12w plus 5w. And then I have just the plus 8. Is there any more constants? No. All right, so let's simplify. So I have 8k minus 3k, which is 5k. Now I'm going to combine this negative 12w and the 5w. So since my signs are different, I'm going to subtract in my head. So 12w minus 5w is 7w. And since there's more negatives, I have 12 negatives, I'm going to be subtracting or have a negative 7w. And then last I just have plus 8. So that's my final answer is 5k minus 7w plus 8. And that's the end of this expressions quiz.